Oh, hi guys, I'm back again. This is Adeshawa, Chinese name Feifei, huh? And then on this episode of What It's Like Being a Black Chinese, I'm going to talk about how I got lost. Kind of like my first bus trip in China that led to a train, a train trip. Anyways, on this fateful day, keep in mind we've done all the basic, what's it called, registration in school, and then we've already signed into our rooms and stuff. But we needed to get a SIM card because we need to be able to communicate, do all the stuff with like while here in China, right? So there's this particular girl in my school. Then she volunteered to take us because it was not just me at this time. Like she volunteered to take us to the place where we're going to get the SIM, help us with the registration since I think she's done it before, and she has helped other students as well with that process. So, and this girl was very, how can I say, she was very careful with the map. She was on her phone checking the directions so that we don't get lost. The funny part of the story was that we were just following her like sheep. We also didn't know where we were going, and we didn't even know how to find it. And then we just trusted her to be like the tour guide for that day, which actually went well until it did not. So what basically happened is that here in China, the way the buses work is that every bus that goes to like a particular destination is always like around a particular vicinity street and district. They always have like a bus number. You can either take like, if you're going to a particular destination, there can be two, three, four bus numbers that are available for you to go to that destination. But this time around, the bus we're supposed to take to get to that particular location is bus 98, 99, and then 110. So while we were leaving the campus, we took the bus, I think 110, while we were leaving, and then we got where we wanted to get the same. We did the registration, and then now it was time for us to head back to campus. And the mistake we made, or like the thing we didn't notice, was like the girl was the one doing the direction at that time, so we didn't really even take like note of the bus number or stuff. And then we accidentally entered bus 1001, which is like so off. And then we kept going, and the Nigerian mindsets in us, like, I mean, me and my friends at this time around, we were not even freaking out. Like, we felt like, okay, she knows what she's doing, and then let's just keep going. And then we just kept going, and the bus kept going and going, and it was like, where is our stop? While we were coming, it was not this long, and at this point we could tell that this girl was already, she was already tense, she was already scared, like, oh my god, we are lost. But she's trying to keep her cool. And then we were just making joke, the journey is quite long. I mean, they're taking us to another city. I mean, like, what the heck is happening, this and that. It was just jokes. We didn't even know, like, in actual sense we are lost. All of a sudden we were like, oh, this place looks familiar, I think we've been here before. It's a lie. We couldn't recognize anywhere. It was just us going in circles, and like, everywhere is looking familiar. Like, this ride is taking more than it's supposed to. And then the girl eventually noticed and was like, you know what, I think we're lost. We took the wrong bus, right? Let's just get that. And we're like, oh my god, imagine first time going out in China and then we're already lost. How bad can this day be, right? And then we decided to like start walking. Maybe when we walk to like the next bus stop, we're going to find the bus going our direction or something. It was during that walk, I mean, I guess, because for us we didn't see it like as a very tense situation. We were just laughing at the fact that, can you imagine, you guys landed abroad, and then the first experience you would have with traveling, like walking around and doing everything, is getting lost. It was for us, it was quite like, I wouldn't call it fascinating, but it was something that we could definitely laugh about. But the girl was so tense, and it felt like we were not being grateful for our effort, or probably she thought we were mocking her. Oh my god, such a dramatic experience we had then. And then we kept walking and walking, and then we're like, imagine, we don't even know how to use our sims yet, and we already lost. Lo and behold, the girl eventually texted someone in school, and then I don't know how they were able to discuss it, that the person was like, "You guys are really far from school. You have to take the metro to get back." And I'm like, "Yo, what the heck is the metro? Like, I don't even know what the metro is. I didn't know it was like the train at that time." And then we have to take the metro. We have to find the nearest exit and transfer to this place, this place, this place. Blah blah. Well, the girl knew how the transfer was supposed to be, and then she was the next panic now was that to get into the metro, you either have to like scan your code to be able to enter, or you needed to like uh put in some coins or some cash and buy a ticket. Another drama. I did like, I think it was in China. I mean, of course, in China was the first time I had to experience spending coins. I remember then when anytime we go to the supermarket and come back, and we had, because we came to China with cash, because we couldn't open a bank account until like after you've done all your verification and stuff like that. You like, after your name is registered into the system, then you can open a bank account. So for like most of the time we carried cash, and then we went to the market one time, and then they gave us coins. I was like, what am I supposed to do with this thing? And I didn't even know, because of course while growing up I didn't spend coins. I was not born in the era where we spend coins in Nigeria. It was heavy. Respect to people that had coins back then. That thing was heavy. So now the problem is how we, although we had a lot of coins, but there's a specific kind of coin that you needed to put in the machine to get your ticket. So we started, borrowing coins from each other to put back in, like to put in the ticket, in the vending machine to get the ticket. And then that was how we were able to figure it out. And then my first ride on a train, it was, how would I say it? Now that I'm thinking of it, I'm feeling nostalgic. It was just so unexpectedly smooth. You understand? It was we the announcement was in English and Chinese and like the dialect of Shanghai. So it was like, and you had people that was like guiding. Hey, they know like the foreigners, right? Oh, you enter this place, go to this side, do this, do that. And then we're taking lots of pictures as we were exiting the train, as we were transferring from one place to another, as we were going. It was like a lot of pictures. We were so excited, and the excitement for us was basically that, imagine on the day we decided to go out, we took the bus, we got lost, and then we had to take a train to get back on campus. And then we eventually, at the end of the ride, we thanked the girl. We were like, "Thank you so much for the whole stress." And she was literally freaking out, like what's the word now? She was so tense to the point like she felt like probably we were going to think she did a bad job. But on our own part, it was like quite exciting to get lost. I don't know why it was exciting to us at that time, but it was like something we could laugh about. And then we were like just gisting at the end of the day how we got lost, and how the girl was so tense, and how we're not even taking it. We are so unserious. We are so unserious, like set of people. And but like the experience was fun. For me, I would say it was fun. There was lots of laughs, and it was chill. Not thinking about it, it was, I don't know. There's no word to describe it now except fun. So, and that taught me one lesson. I remember like after I shared the experience with, I think, one of my uncles, and it's like, you know what? As long as you're abroad, just keep your location on. Like, because I mean, it's not because anything bad can happen, but it will be easier for you to figure out where you are. And China even made it easy. They have a map, like they have the country's map, where you can just type your location, like your current location, and then where you're going to, and then it will tell you how many minutes it will take if you're walking, how many minutes it will take if you're taking a bike, how many minutes it will take if you're taking a bus, a train, a cab, anything. So it's I mean it's quite of a like kind of a lesson learned, unplanned, the way life teaches you, right? So I mean that was also one thing I learned. Always turn on your location. And I don't think it's just about like being abroad. I feel like it's everywhere. Just wherever you are going, or wherever you're ever going to find yourself, just make sure that your location is turned on. Anything can happen. You can get lost. And you need to find your way back. And another sweet thing about getting lost in China is that most times, if you're probably maybe by yourself and then you get lost, you can just go to a nearby police station and tell them, "Oh, I'm coming from this place. I got to this place and I missed my way." I mean, you can use a translator if your Chinese is not good, and then they will take you in their car from wherever like you got lost back to wherever you're going. That's how safe the country is. I love that. I love that too about you know about China. Isn't it amazing? And so that's it on today's episode of what it's like being a black Chinese. See you on the next one. I love you guys.